I think every culture has those dishes people would get their hands on when they first start cooking. Like, according to Chris, there's something like quesadilla, beef stroganoff, or bacon wrapped everything in the US. Although that may be a little bit dated now because it's been a while since Chris have lived in the US. Either way, new cooked dishes are an interesting category of food for us because it's not quite the same as easy dishes, but more of a combination of ease, impressive lookingness, and fun. And as we progress along our way in the kitchen, sometimes some of these new cooked dishes may seem a bit cringy, but many of them are just this fun and tasty dishes that I honestly got nostalgic for. So, indulging in that nostalgia, we are pretty excited to share with you three classic Chinese new cooked dishes today, namely cola chicken wing, tomato and egg, and a pot sticker, plus two dipping sauces to go along with it. And of course, we'll also be adding a couple extra steps to complicate things for you a little bit, as we always do. So first things first, cola chicken wing. In essence, this dish is using a Coca-Cola in place of the Tangse caramel and the red braised sauce. And you need a can of original Coca-Cola. No Pepsi though, because we all know Pepsi's for heathens. Before braising, let's quickly prep the wings. Here we have 8. Give those a couple cuts across each side of the wing to help the flavor penetrate, and give it a quick 15-minute marinade with a quarter teaspoon salt, an eighth teaspoon white pepper, and a teaspoon of Liaojiu, a.k.a. Shaoxing wine. After the wings done marinating and we can start cooking. Heat on medium, add a thin layer of oil to a pan and place the wings in. Cover that and fry one side till lightly browned, about 5 minutes, then flip. Add a piece of ginger and fry the other side for about the same time. Now that we've browned both sides, toss in a half of a cinnamon stick and a small piece of bay leaf. Quickly fry them together till it smells fragrant or about 30 seconds. Then add in your can of Coke, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of Liaojiu, a.k.a. Shaoxing wine, and an optional but preferred half teaspoons of dark soy sauce for color. Bring it to a boil, then over the same medium flame, let that bubble away, uncover for about 10 minutes. And after that time, you want to make sure that you keep an eye on things. We are aiming for a spoon coating consistency or something like this is perfect. And your cola chicken wings are done. Remove, garnish with a bit of sliced ginger, and with that, you have a delicious red braised dish that couldn't be simpler. Next, we'll be making tomato and egg, a national dish for new cooks in China and a dish that we've been avoiding for so long. Because we are not the biggest fan for tomato and egg, and me and Chris actually bonded over our dislike for tomato and egg on our first date. And I know that hating tomato and egg is probably one of the most unpopular opinions we've had. But worry not, recently we've become converts after tasting the Hunan version of it, which has smaller cuts and eaten with rice. So for us personally at home, we like to take things even further and finally dice the tomato. So today we'll be making tomato and egg as the way we like it, inspired by the Hunan version. It's a super quick stir fry, so we'll need to prep everything beforehand. Here we have 2 medium tomatoes, degunk that, but reserve that gunk juice. Crush it a bit with your fingers. This is our personal approach to be able to control the amount of tomato liquid in the final dish. Next, mince the rest of the tomatoes and set them aside. Then mince 1 scallions and separate the whites and green parts. Now crack 4 eggs and season them with a half teaspoon salt, an eighth teaspoon white pepper, and 1 teaspoon Liaojiu, aka Shaoxing wine. Beat well until no stray strands remained and set that aside. Now let's fry the eggs first. First, add in a generous 3 tablespoons of lard or your oil of choice in the wok and heat it up on high till bubbles form around your chopstick. Then pour in your egg. Let it puff up like this. Wait 10 seconds or so. Push the cooked bit to the side to cook the remaining egg. Repeat till your eggs basically set. Then stir and break them into about 1.5-inch chunks and set aside. Next, same wok, more oil, lard preferably, about 1.5 tablespoons. Heat on low. First, fry the scallion whites till fragrant, then add in 1 tablespoon ketchup. Slowly fry it till the oil separates out again. Now add about 2 tablespoons of the tomato gunk juice and swap the flame to high. Once that's good and combined, about 30 seconds, swirl in 8 tablespoons of Liaojiu, a.k.a. Shaoxing wine. Quick mix and add in the tomatoes. Fry for about 15 seconds, add in the eggs. Then go in with the seasoning, which will be listed on the screen. Another quick fry, then in with a slurry of half teaspoon cornstarch and half tablespoon water. Mix them together, toss in the scallion greens, add in a drizzle of toasted sesame oil, give it a final mix, and out. And now your tomato and egg is done, and we have to admit, it is indeed pretty good. Alright, moving on to the third thing, a quick pot stickers that's made with frozen dumplings from a bag. This is the most basic fry and steam method, and we'll be adding an egg at the end for a little bit more of a fun visual effect. So with a skillet, ours 8-inch, start the heat on low to medium low. Add in 1 tablespoon of oil, give it a swirl to get a smooth surface. Then arrange 8 dumplings onto it. These are just straight from the freezer and no need to thaw. Now cover to prevent popping as they heat up. Move your pan around for the dumplings to get a nice even layer of browning at the bottom. About 7 to 8 minutes later, you should start to hear some nice sizzling instead of angry popping. So gently lift and check if the bottom is done to your liking. If yes, then add in half a cup of water from the crack of the lid. Cover it back and let it steam. When the water evaporated about another 8 minutes later, uncover. Now the oil should become clear, so just let them fry for about 2 more minutes-ish to crisp up again. Remember to move the pan around for an even layer at the bottom. Then pour in a whisked egg onto the openings between the dumplings, aiming to cover the bottom of the pan. Then sprinkle on some black sesame seeds for color contrast. Cover to cook the egg about 20 seconds. Then heat off, sprinkle on some chopped scallions, maybe even some red pepper for more color, and serve directly with the skillet. And now your pot stickers are done. But how can we enjoy dumplings without dipping sauces? So today we'll be making 2 dips, one super simple northern style vinegar dip, and the other one a little bit more involved Cantonese style dry seafood chili dip that can be seen here and there in Cantonese dumplings and noodle shops. First, vinegar one, super simple. Just mix in 1 big clove of pounded garlic, 1 tablespoon soy sauce, 1 tablespoon dark Chinese vinegar, then drizzle in some toasted sesame oil, and that's literally it. This is one of the dips that we always whip up at the sauce station when having dumplings at restaurants. And then the second one. This is a very similar idea to making XO sauce, but just with fewer ingredients. So to a pan or wok on low heat, add in 6 tablespoons peanut oil together with 2 big cloves of minced garlic and 2 tablespoons of minced mild pepper. We use the generic mild pepper here, and you can totally just use some red bell pepper. So just fry it till the garlic starts to get some color ever so slightly. Then add 2 or more minced Thai bird's eyes according to your own heat tolerance. Now fry the chili together with the garlic. Once the garlic color darkens a bit more to lightly golden brown, Toss in 10 grams of dry shrimp that's been reconstituted in hot water for 15 minutes and then finely minced. And fry them all together till the solid starts to sound like walking on sand, or when the temperature reaches 120 degrees Celsius. Then toss in 2 tablespoons of whatever dry chili flakes. Give it a quick mix and then heat off. Season with half teaspoon sugar, a quarter teaspoon salt, a teaspoon each of oyster sauce and soy sauce. Watch them bubble up satisfyingly and give it all a good mix. Take it out and now your dry seafood chili dip is done. Perfect to drizzle on some dumplings or daikon cake. So right, these are 3 classic Chinese new cooked dishes. And we are very curious to know what kind of dishes will come to your head when you think about new cooked dishes. So do let us know in the comment section. So as always, check out the recipe in the description box. A big thank you for everyone that's supporting us on Patreon. And of course, subscribe for more Chinese cooking videos.